I want you to pay attention to, right? There's a story. So there used to be a beautiful home on there. It belonged to Lee Majors. Remember who he is? That's right, $6 million man, absolutely. So he and his honey boo used to have a beautiful home there, right? Things got a little rocky, they had to break up, and of course, you know, you have to sell. So Lee had to sell the house, he put it up for sale, nobody would bite, nobody would offer anything. He was mad, his realtor, his developer told him, Lee, you've just got to level the house and sell the land. Why, he says. Well, they said, Lee, you've got major faucet problems. Listen, my jokes are not going to get any better. So make sure you go in the back, see Monica or Gina, and she will make your way better. No! Somebody explain that to the young people too, please. Alright guys, look on the left-hand side really quickly. There's an olive-colored house over there. It's got a white trim with the black awning out back. Guys, that is the home of the largest drug dealer in South Florida. True story. Do I look like I would lie to you? No. Yep, I went over there this morning, got me some things that I needed. Guys, that's the CEO of Walgreens. All right, we are rolling into what I call Wayne's World, okay? Now, Wayne Huizinga is a name that most people might recognize, some may not, but stay on the board, stay on board. I'll let you know. Look on the right-hand side, that yellow canary yellow mansion right there, beautiful home. That belongs to Pamela Huizinga, daughter of Wayne Huizinga. Right behind her, this White House that's for sale. Anybody interested? Okay. So that house right there belongs to Bonnie Hudson. That is the sister of Wayne Huizinga. And right across the canal, wouldn't you know, right here with the gazebo out back on the right-hand side, guys, that belonged to Stephen Hudson. Now, Stephen Hudson is the son of Bonnie Hudson, and he is the nephew of Wayne Huizinga. Who is Wayne Huizinga, you might ask? He actually formed a company called Blockbuster. Remember that? Yep, Stephen was an executive for that company, and he went to his uncle back in the day. He said, Uncle, Blockbuster is bleeding, we need to get rid of this asset. And that's what Wayne did. He sold it for about $4.9 million to a company called Viacom. And if you'll remember this, Netflix came around about 4 months later and changed the game entirely. So it was a smart business deal, right? Pretty cool. So there are lots of beautiful homes out here on the water. You see that little design over there? Quickly on the right-hand side, guys, this home was, nobody famous lives there, but I love the design. This owner decided to make his living quarters on the second floor to take advantage of as much square footage as possible, because that land has a 25-foot setback requirement, meaning they can't build anything within that footage. Pretty cool. All right, but this is the one I really want to look at. It's for sale, and that is why I'm showing you. Look on the left-hand side, guys. Do you see that beautiful home over there? On the left-hand side, brick home. It looks like it should be in New England somewhere, right? Yeah. It's for sale. 8 bedrooms, 12 bathrooms, sits on 2 acres of land, a beautiful tropical oasis in the back, guys. Great deal. You can slip into that one for $3.2 million. Raise your hand if you're sure. Right? Right? You sure about that? Yes, ma'am. Well, honey boo, I'm going to tell you that the $3.2 million is a 10% down payment. That's right. They're asking $32 million for that one. All right, I see you pointing. I see you pointing. Look on the left-hand side, guys. This beautiful estate right here on the left. It is 7 single-family homes on this entire estate. This belonged to Wayne Huizinga. This is where he lived. That's right. Guys, pay attention. It's the only estate on the water that has 3 waterfalls and this 3-tier bell tower. Look at the detail on that. Close your mouth, sir. I know. Look at the detail on this bell tower. That is not paint, guys. That is 24 karat inlaid gold. True story. Now, Wayne was an exorbitant person. You know, he was flamboyant and all of that, but he could afford to be. He was our billionaire. He was also a huge philanthropist, and he passed away in 2018, right? And per his instructions, he ordered that this estate be put up for auction, and all the proceeds go to charity, and that's what happened, right? Chuck West is another local millionaire, and he acquired the property. We'll talk about him a little bit later, but keep looking on the left-hand side. I want to show you this beautiful home, guys, with the perfect lawn out back. Tell me what it looks like to you. Anybody? What does it look like? Remind you of? Anybody? Harry Potter. Right? Okay, so listen to this, guys. Wayne Huizenga could care less about Harry Potter, right? His niece, Holly, though, she loved it. So Holly, she announced she was getting married, okay? And Wayne, what did he do? He called up to Universal, talked to the architects up there, had them help him build this house, and he gifted it to his niece as a $22 million starter home wedding present. Is that crazy? What did your uncle give you for your wedding? My uncle gave me a $22 rice cooker. Keep looking on the left-hand side. I want to point out this little, I don't know, just little green, seafoam green, blue house on the left. High Risk is out front. Guys, that was the location of the famous movie Cape Fear. Remember that? Great movie. Starred Nick Nolte, but I'll tell you what, Cape Fear is a river in the Carolinas. They filmed it down here because Nick Nolte couldn't leave the state. He was on house arrest. Yep, they pulled the pine trees. Pulled the palm trees, put in pine trees, and that's where they filmed it, guys. Guys, look on the right-hand side. Ignore the little boy in the pool. That's where I live. Yeah.
Is that the guest house, right?
Don't mind him, he's my neighbor's son. Keep looking on the right-hand side. This beige house right here, guys. On the right-hand side, got the green and white boat out front. Beautiful little boat. I want you to know something here. This house has an 1,800 square foot kitchen. Yes. You need a GPS to find your pots and pans in there. Right? Beautiful. This one on the left-hand side, guys, this modern white house on the left. I'm just pointing this out for the design as well. It's got a beautiful tree in the middle, and the owners here, they designed it and constructed this one around that tree. They wanted to preserve it. I thought that was pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, guys, now I know I'm showing you all these multi-million-dollar homes, but I'm telling you there is hope. If you guys want to move to Fort Lauderdale and you want a home on the, well, you want to live on the, I won't say home, you want to live on the river, look on the right-hand side. Not this little house, keep going. There's a condo building coming up. Guys, you can get a unit in there for $250,000. He's laughing. But that's not bad. You guys go get another drink. This building was actually built, I believe the late 30s, 40s, something like that. Yep. Back in the 70s, you can get it for $30,000. I don't know. Something like that. All right, so you're going to see that the river, the new river, is going to get more narrow the further west you get. That's so funny. Yeah, say hi to all the neighbors. All right, guys, I want you to turn your focus to the left-hand side. There's a boat that's coming. Oh, guys, look at this boat here. This is another cool boat to take. Pirate boat, yeah. Say hello. Hello, matey. Guys, this house on the left-hand side that's under construction. Take a look, left-hand side, under construction. Guys, that was the original hideout of the notorious gangster Bugsy Siegel. Yep. So it was deemed historic So the new owners can't tear it down. You'll see the old original structure right there in the middle. He can add on to it, but he can't tear it down. Ironically, right next door is the longest serving mayor of Fort Lauderdale in the little yellow house next door. That is Jim Nagle. You guys wave to the old man. He still lives there. Wave at him. Hi.
Oh, look at Penny!
So yeah, Jim actually served about 7 to 8 consecutive terms. He's responsible for a lot of the residential development here. This all used to be shipyards, right? Yep, Stephen Shipyards, and he was responsible working with businesses and the local community, and they turned this around. Beautiful, right? All right, we are rolling now into downtown Fort Lauderdale proper. Now, guys, you're going to see a lot more small vessels that are docked against the seawalls here. A lot of them you'll see at establishments, and they're doing what we call dock and dive. A lot of these vessels you can charter for the day or the weekend. Feel free to do that. So when you see the name of it, make sure you like one, write down the name or Google. But this is Boathouse right here on the right-hand side. Great restaurant, guys. You can dock and dine right there. It's attached to the Riverside Hotel. Right next to it, the green building on the right-hand side. This hotel was the first hotel on the New River, right? It was finished in 1936. They hired Ronald Reagan to do the ribbon cutting. He was a budding artist, actor at the time. Look on the right-hand side. This pole that you see right in the middle of all of this is the Stranahan House. That is a very important structure. It's the oldest surviving structure here in Broward County. That is the Stranahan House. It belonged to Frank and Ivy Stranahan. Frank was the first businessman here on the river. Well, he was the first legitimate businessman on the river, right? And Ivy was a school teacher. Oh yeah, that's our little cousin Carrie B on the right-hand side. She will be going out probably a little later. Now guys, I know I pointed out plenty to you, and I did kind of pitch the $250,000 condo, but I'm telling you, we have true affordable housing here on the river. Look on the left-hand side. Coming up on the left-hand side, there's a beige building there. That is called New River Landing. Now, New River Landing is a beautiful building. Oh, yeah. So no matter what they do, guys, all 5 fingers. No matter what they do, just warning you. All right, New River Landing on the left-hand side, beige building, guys. They have beautiful units all the way up to the penthouses up there. The penthouses go from $9 to $11 million. But I'm telling you, you can get a unit in there for $100,000.
Like the boat's going up for it.
That's a great deal. Right? Anybody? Yeah. So that $100,000 unit is going to be the studio way in the back that overlooks the dumpster. The location is in. All right, guys, we're coming up on the Southeast 3rd Avenue Bridge. Now, the bridges on the New River are hugely important, guys. They are what connected these settlements on either side back in the day, back late 1800s, 1900s. And they have been manned by the same family for decades. They are on demand. So guys, help me say hello to Mr. Johnson. On the count of 3, say hello, Mr. Johnson. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Hello, Mr. Johnson. Yeah, we were saying hello to a whole bunch of people right there. All right, guys, I showed you the first hotel here on the river. I want to show you the largest hotel in Broward County. I also want to show you the most valuable property or land here. Look on the left-hand side. There's a big white building over there. Guys, that is the largest hotel here. Now, last night they housed about 1,500 people there. No joke. They have great amenities. They give you free cell phones in every single room, free bars in every room, right? And if you check in early enough, they will give you breakfast, lunch, and dinner complimentary. Pretty cool, right? I think so. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the Broward County Jail. true story.
That's hilarious.
Now listen, if you're gonna break the law, make sure you do it in Fort Lauderdale.
Exactly.
Because if you do, you will get a $60 million riverfront view. Yeah, we treat our convicts right. Look on the left-hand side, I want to point out the Downtowner. That's the oldest establishment here on the river. It was the first one. Has a little speakeasy in the back, you know, during Prohibition. Alright guys, we're flowing through the Andrews Avenue Bridge. Now, we messed up the first one, we're going to get this right. On the count of three, say, hello, Mr. Johnson, okay? 1, 2, 3. Hello, Mr. Johnson! Now, don't look at me like that. I did say that the Johnsons have been tending these bridges for years. It is a family business. These two are brothers. Look on the right-hand side, guys. Rivertail.
Oh, wow, that's great.
Rivertail is a restaurant, a seafood restaurant. Amazing. 100% encourage you to go to Rivertail. On the right-hand side, a young chef opened it. It is amazing. Now, right next door is the Wharf. Anybody been to the Wharf yet? Raise your hand. Okay, so the Wharf is the most popular, the largest outdoor bar in Raleigh County as well. Guys, there are a few people out there now, but on our way home, it's probably going to be about 2,000 people out there. Yeah. Young, wild, and reckless. All right, we're flowing through, probably. Now those were car bridges that we just were doing. We're going through a train bridge right now, and this was the actual first bridge that was built here on the river. This train bridge is the Florida East Coast Railway, and it hosts our passenger express train called the Brightline. It's a couple years old, right? It runs from Miami to Fort Lauderdale and West Palm Beach, soon to Orlando Airport. And if you've never driven from here to Orlando, you know it takes about 3.5 hours. It takes 45 minutes on the Brightline. Yep, it's pretty cool. They have one in Vegas too, I believe. Pirate Republic on the left-hand side, guys, a wonderful restaurant as well. Now, if you are history buffs, if you guys are really, you love history, look over the right-hand side. Now, this is this is River House. This is the Florida Historic Museum over here. Now, all of the beginning history about Fort Lauderdale you're going to be able to find in here. These homes actually belong to some of the first settlers here, or the first people who built homes. These were the first concrete block homes over here, right? There's a restaurant, museum, a gallery. They say that there are lingering spirits roaming the halls as well, so you can go and take a tour and let me know about that. I want to see it. Keep looking all the way on the right-hand side. There is a big white building over there, and what does it say? Auto Nation. Auto Nation IMAX Theater, also the Museum of Discovery. Guys, Auto Nation was the other business that Wayne Huizinga started, right? The Broward Performing Arts Center is here on the right-hand side, and you see this little building on the end? What does it say? It says Huizinga Plaza. So that was one of the last things that Wayne Huizinga donated to the city. Let me just give you the rundown on this guy. So Huizinga is the only businessman in history to start 3 Fortune 500 companies, Auto Nation, Blockbuster, and his legacy is waste management. He started with one dump truck, and he grew it. Waste management is probably one of the most profitable businesses in the country. Pretty good. The garbage man he was. Yeah. Second really cool thing about Wayne Huizinga, he's the only guy that's ever owned 3 professional sports teams. That's right, Miami Panthers. I'm sorry, not Miami Panthers, Florida Panthers, the Florida Marlins, and the Miami Dolphins. Pretty impressive, right? He passed away in 2018. Yep. And he has donated plenty to the city. All right, guys, we are going to pass through the Confused Bridge here. This is a cousin of the two brothers back there. So guys, on the count of three, he's going to be on the right-hand side here. On the count of three, say hello, Mr. Johnson. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Hello, Mr. Johnson. Is he looking? Is he waving? Yeah. Awesome. All right, so we've just passed 7. And guys, we're moving more into the old neighborhoods, right? So these are some of the old carved out neighborhoods back here, some sailboat band and things like that, right? This little marina here is called Cooley's Landing. Cooley was one of the first families that developed land over here. So this marina is home of lots of smaller vessel owners. They charter usually during season, and most of them live on their boats right over here. It costs about $2 to $4 per foot on these. Really, really inexpensive to dock your boat here. Pretty cool. All right, guys, listen. There's a house that's coming up on the left-hand side. I want you to pay attention to that house. It's pink, and what is really funny about it, it's got a caboose in the yard. Keep looking on your right-hand side, guys. You see this pink house coming up?
Oh, yeah.
There's a caboose there. Now, this home belonged to a very, very peculiar man. His name is Richard Weiner. He was an author. He was an author, and as I said, he's peculiar, kooky almost. In fact, that caboose he put back there as a storm shelter. The city, when it was developing, wanted all of the homes to change to hurricane impact windows. He wouldn't do it. He's like, I'm not spending all that money for that. So he got a caboose he put over there. He said, I'll hold up in here and watch my house blow away first. Now, Mr. Weiner was, as I said, he was an author, and he was best known for his works on the Bermuda Triangle. Yeah, do you guys know the tales of the Bermuda? Do you believe it? Do you believe it? Anybody believe it? Anybody?
Yeah.
You believe it back here? I used to believe it, child. I sent my mother-in-law there a few times, but she kept coming back. No. All right, guys, we're coming up on a fork in the river. That's right. North Fork is going to head on the right-hand side. That's going to head north. And South Fork, which is where we're going to go south on the left.
Those things on their road.
Now, guys, there is a home that we're going to run into right here on the corner here. It's called Little Florida. Anybody ever heard of Little Florida? Interesting. So Little Florida is a property back here, and it naturally forms the shape of Florida, the Florida Peninsula. True story. If you look at it from above, Google it. If you look at it from above, it really looks like the shape of Florida. They've got a pool right in the middle, right where Lake Okeechobee would be. True story. Really cool. There's a great little family that lives here. We have lots of friends back here, guys, so you'll see a lot of people come out to say hi from their homes. Yeah, so this is it on the right-hand side. This is Little Florida right here. In fact, back in the 1800s, guys, you were able to, well, 1900s, you were able to send a letter only addressed to Little Florida, and it would make it show right here. True. Yep, it might happen. It could happen. So we are rolling on the east coast of Florida right now. And you guys, look at how challenging this little bend is. It takes a very skilled captain to be able to navigate through the waters back here. They get really, really narrow, bendy. So Captain Heather is now, we're right on the southernmost point of Little Florida, right? We're rolling over Cuba right about here. And we're going to come up on the west coast of Little Florida. As I said, really popular property down here, guys.
That's really
Very cool.
Yeah.
Now, even her family has been away for about a week and a half or 2 weeks now. Hopefully they're on vacation. But usually she comes out and runs. She loves the Queen, and we love her as well. She runs out and stands on top of the boat right here and just does a few pirouettes and screams and waves. And we give her lots of love as well.
How cool is
All
that?
right, guys, so again, you're going to notice the river is going to keep even more narrow, so pay attention to that. As I said, it takes a very skilled captain to be able to maneuver back here, and communication is key as well.
What's going on there?
They have to constantly be in contact with each other to see who's passing, because that could be disastrous for any vessel or any of the homes in their docks. Now, I want you to pay attention to some of the homes here. Most of them, I think all of them have seawalls. Most of them have boat docks. Oh, look at this one on the left-hand side. Usually they don't have it open. You see their outdoor patio right there? Gorgeous. But it's an outdoor and indoor patio. There are doors that come down automatically in the archways there. And what it does is senses the weather, whether it's raining or too hot. They come down automatically and the air conditioning kicks in. Pretty cool. I think that's a good way to spend your millions. So guys, yeah, back to the homes and their docks here. Most of the homeowners don't own boats. Most of them do not own boats. The boats you see that are tied up here, they rent their docks out. And I'll tell you, it's good income, really good income. They actually pay, most of them pay their mortgages renting their docks out. Yep. Look on the right-hand side, you see this beautiful home. This is a vintage redo right here on the right-hand side. Anybody from Chicago? All right, Chicago. Well, guys, on the right-hand side is beautiful home. This is a remake, but this was the hideout of Al Capone. True story. Al Capone had a little fishing lodge right there on that property. Yes, indeed. Oh, yeah. Say hi. Guys, you have to remember, listen. Please wave at this. These are retired millionaires, guys. Wave at them often. That is the only exercise they do. It's beer in one hand, wave with the other. That's very cool, right? I don't know, I'm still learning about the different vessels, so pontoon means something, I know it does. I know there's some low-key millionaires on board, I know you're just trying to escape, you can let me know. Ah yes, gorgeous. Guys, look at this tiki hut on the left-hand side. From what I'm told, this design was from the natives, I mean ancient native design. That tiki hut has probably survived two of the homes that stood in that place. It's designed and constructed that well. Looks like they're redoing the roof there. But yeah, these actually were called cheeky huts by the natives, built by the natives. They still have business, I guess, around here, and they build them every so often. All right. Now guys, we're kind of on a really strange and cool little property here. Look on the left-hand side, you'll see this big, long, I guess it was a nursery at one time. It belonged to a little old lady named Lois, right? And she made all of her money showing orchids around the country. Who knew? Who knew? Yeah, she would sell her orchids too by the gram. So anyway, look on the left-hand side, guys. This is River Reach Condominium Community. Is that where you live? Would you like to tell this part of the story? Tell me if I'm right. So River Reach is actually on an island, right? You can only access the island by one bridge, right? And if I'm not correct, River Reach has been here quite a while, and they are very, very good friends with the Queen. In fact, during the holidays, I hear that a lot of the residents, especially back in the day, used to come back and sing carols out here as the Queen rolled by. Do you remember that? Surfside, yeah. Now, this condominium community used to be 55 and up. They opened it, right? Yeah, she's not paying attention. Yeah, you can get a unit over there for about $80,000. Right? $80,000. She's not listening. Yeah, so give the River Reach a big round of applause, everyone. All right, on the right-hand side, over here coming up, is a man-made park. And we just kind of give some love to this little man-made park because people who like to canoe, they pitch their canoes right off of this little sand, this little beach right here, man-made beach. There's also a local high school, and their rowing team launches from over here and practices. It's not dangerous way back there, so this is where they come. Pretty cool. Hello! Now this is a little home that's for sale as well. This looks like a really old one, but it's nicely made. Looks like it's brick and it's got some, better homes. You want that one? You like that? Yeah, when you call the office, tell them Arlene sent you so I can get my referral fee. All right, so this is the last bridge, guys, on here, and this is the Davy Bridge. Now listen, going up now, we're gonna roll our way through this. But guys, on this one, I want you to say on the count of 3. What are you gonna say? No. On this one, you're gonna say hello, Irving Schwartz. Okay, you gonna do that for me? All right, so we're gonna roll through. Guys, listen. You didn't think old man Johnson only had boys, right? Well, he had a girl, and Irving, I'm talking about, he doesn't like for us to talk about it. Irving fell in love with the Johnson daughter. That's right. And this was his punishment. Guys, on the count of 3, he's on the left-hand side. 1, 2, 3. Hello, Irving Schwartz! Now, it's not such a bad deal for him. Alright? It's not such a bad deal for him. His wife drives him to work every single night and drives him home after the shift in the morning. She bakes him a good hot meal. Yep, and he can come and take a nap and take a break if he wants to. Right here on the right-hand side, that's the Johnson yacht right there. Not a bad deal. Mm-hmm. True story.
It's Johnson on it.
Sort of. Look on the right-hand side, guys. I just want to point this home out in particular. It's a different type of dock here. I'll ask the captain to explain that a little better to me, but looks like it could fit about two vessels over here, but it's beautiful. Again, I told you this is the Venice of America. Lots of different things you'll see on here. You can get almost anything on the river, right? Pull up. Get it? Anybody from New Jersey? No? Yeah. One person? You look like you got a nice haircut. Did you get it over here? At Son of a Barber? No? Okay, guys, look on the right-hand side. This is the Son of a Barber, the home of the Son of a Barber. And he does haircuts right here on the river. Look. Look. Yep. You can get your haircut there. And he will not charge you money. All he asks is that you give him a pint of rum. Pint of rum. Now, I will tell you this. And please heed to my advice. Be his first one. Okay? Just make sure you're the first one. Oh, so I don't know who lives here, guys, but again, coming up on the left-hand side, this is a gorgeous home to me. Now, the little art as oh, this is Miss Peggy, guys. She's out and feeling good. Say hello, Mrs. Peggy. Listen, guys, Miss Peggy is 94 years old this year. Every year, she spends her birthday here on the Jungle Point, right? And she's one of our oldest friends, and whenever she feels good, she comes outside and waves to the Jungle Point. She's a special friend. Yeah! Oh! This is little Mozart, guys. This is another friend. You see that? Ah, yes. Come on, Mozart. Oh! Pretty cute. Give him a big round of applause, guys. Chris on the river. Now, let me tell you something else about over here, guys. Look on the right-hand side. I think this is right here. Now, these were all man-made inlets. Now, this is all jungle, if you can imagine it. Nothing but jungle back here. So the government, when they were first developing, they wanted people to buy property. They wanted to develop this land west. And it was just swamp, and nobody wanted to do it. So they gave the land away. All of these, they dredged the inlets, and they gave the land away. With one caveat that whoever bought a lot had to develop on it. They had to build a house on it, right? Can you imagine? I wish they were giving that away now. But that is no longer.
Wow.
All right, if you haven't noticed, the vessels are going to get a little larger now.
Look at that cute little house.
And a little more fabulous. Like this one on the right-hand side. And this one on the left-hand side. Pretty cool. Now again, guys, I am learning about the different types of yacht. Look, another canteen, yeah. I know that one. On the right-hand side, I just want to point this last house out here to you. Look on the right-hand side, it's got the blue and orange seating out here. This is our good friend, Mr. Bob Elmore. I'm pointing that out because it's such a great story. Bob built this house in secret, right? And when he was done, he and his wife were having nothing. And he pulled in with his wife. His wife was like, "Whose house is this?" And he pulled out the keys and gave it to her and said, "It's yours, honey." Pretty cute. I love it. All right, this yacht on the right-hand side, guys. I know that I said a lot of the homeowners, say hi. I said that a lot of the homeowners don't own their boats, but this, in particular, the owner of this boat, actually owns this land, this home right here. But he's never lived there. He's never slept there one night. He built that home for the crew of his 3 luxury yachts. Pretty good gig. Pretty good gig. All right, we're rolling into. That's their on-water golf cart. That's what I call it, a water cart.
Look at the wolf.
All right, we're moving into Marina Mile. This is a full mile of marina, guys. At LMC, the Lauderdale Marine Center. Now over here, what I understand is, now this is the only marine center that I know of that lets boat owners come over here and service their own boats, right? From what I understand, there are vendors that they can use to do that. That's pretty cool. Not many marinas do that. But Lauderdale Marine Center has some pretty fabulous vessels, guys. Look on the left-hand side. Now this one, Captain Monica told me last night, this one is about 100 feet. About 100 feet. Now I want to give you an idea, because I know I got some ballers on the vessel, right? You guys are looking to purchase a yacht. I want to give you an idea of what you have in for you. Now this one is going to be about, I don't know, $18 million. That one on the left-hand side, that one's going to be about $18 million. Now you need a captain because you can't drive it yourself, and the captain is going to cost you about $1,000 per foot. Yes, per foot. So that's about $100,000 you pay the captain. Now that could go next to anywhere from $100,000 to $500,000, really. Your crew, you need a crew of about 8 on there. You can pay them $50,000. That's about average, right? Now once you've got your captain, your crew, you're going to want to drive it out somewhere, right? Yeah, you gotta buy fuel, guys. You have to buy fuel for it. So wherever you're docked, now here, docking is about $8 to $14 per foot per night. Mm-hmm. And when you drive it out, you've got to fill up the tank, and that is about $30,000 or $40,000. True story. Any takers? Pick out the one you want. I'm good. I'm driving. This is a beautiful one on the left-hand side, guys. Really. Now there are a few celebrities that, actually lots of celebrities that have vessels out here.
So we
I
won't
can't
bother?
point them out because we're not allowed to do that, but I'll say a couple of names and see if you guess them. So one is gonna kind of be easy. I know you're gonna guess this one. So one is called Her Honor.
Oh, you don't?
That's exactly right. Judge Judy has a beautiful yacht out here called Her Honor. All right, so let's see if you can guess this one. It bounces between here and Palm Beach. That's a little hint. But it's called Privacy. The yacht is called Privacy. Anybody know? Look, she's trying to Google it real quick. Privacy. All right. Tiger Woods? Yeah. Tiger Woods. Well, actually, it doesn't belong to him. It belongs to his ex-wife. Yeah. Hey, did you guys know that a lion would never cheat on his mate? But a tiger would?
Oh!
Good way to use that all afternoon. Yes, indeed. These are magnificent vessels, guys, really, and they are, quite the investment. I'm learning more every day, but what I do know for sure is that to have one, you need a yacht or dome. Children of the rich people. Alright guys, we are almost at our secret island. So I have one question for you. You guys still hungry? Yeah. She's like, oh yeah. Very good. Alright, I'll tell you what, the first thing we do when we get there, we'll feed you. Is that okay? Good? You agree to that? Alright, good. Alright, so the way that we're going to do this is, guys, you're going to stay seated. When we dock up there, you're going to stay seated, and we're going to call you by party. We're going to call 10 or more first. 10 parties or more first. We're going to get them off so they get them out of your way because your tables are there, right? We're going to get them on, get them seated, settled, and then I'm going to say my favorite thing to say, all ashore. And when I say that, you guys can stand up and go ahead and disembark, right? Find your seats. Go over there, have your dinner. It's going to be yummy, yummy, yummy. And when you're done, you
above
have a
us.
few minutes before the show starts to walk around. Now, on the island, it is a sanctuary. We have rescued quite a few animals on there, guys. So you will be able to see birds and monkeys, right? Owls and alligators. Now listen.
Hi,
They are wild animals. They are not our pets. They have not been trained to entertain you, right? So the one thing that I don't want you to do is try and feed them, and definitely don't stick your hand in the enclosures, all right? Don't try to stick your finger in there because they will take them off, and you will not leave with them, okay? So do me that favor. Don't try to eat or feed or touch the animals, okay? All right, those of you who smoke, there are 2 smoking sections. Hello, Eric. That's Eric over there. The 2 smoking sections. When you first walk in, you're going to see the history wall. There's a smoking section right there. And then there's another one behind the show area where the waterfall is. That's another smoking section. Please don't smoke anywhere else, not even vaping, on the rest of the property, guys, okay? All right, what else do we got? All right, as I said, the show will start at 8 o'clock sharp. Okay, so you want to get over there and get a good seat. There will be an announcement so you know. All right, we'll do that. And other than that, just stay seated, guys. Do me that favor. Stay seated, and when I go downstairs, I'll know when it's safe to come. Make sure that you close out your tab here if you have one. You probably don't. There is a bar, a beautiful bar, so don't worry, you'll get what you need over there. No need to rush the bar here, and there's no need to rush the bathroom either. There are bathrooms over there, AC, so yeah. All right, so sit tight for a minute, and we will call you off in just a second.
You what?
It must be nice owning the clothes and then being able to have it paid off by doing some wholesale.
He said he didn't want to. There's a RV park across the street.
I know, is that